It's the Daily Dog.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today on our very first Masterpiece Friday episode of the new year. And I am happy that you are joining me because for the first time on the channel, I am featuring music from Peter Frampton. So, Frampton is a musician that, at least for me, is notorious. I've been aware of Peter Frampton and his music for many, many years, but I really have not ever taken the time to really dive into his repertoire. And that includes today's song, Do You Feel Like We Do? I have heard snippets of this, but I have never, I don't believe, listened to this all the way through. So I'm pumped for today's episode. Do You Feel Like We Do from Frampton was originally from his second album called Frampton's Camel. And that was released in 1973. But it has become most famous for the live performance version from his classic double live album, Frampton Comes Alive, that was released in 1976. The album went on to reach #1 on the Billboard charts and was the best-selling album of the entire year of 1976. And Do You Feel Like We Do was one of 3 singles that was released from the album, the others being Baby I Love Your Way and Show Me the Way. So in this particular song, what I remember the most from it is that Peter famously uses this talk box effects unit while playing his guitar, and by changing the shape of his mouth with a tube, he can in effect vocalize his instruments output and cause it to mimic human vocal sounds and speech. And I'm quite looking forward to diving into that. But first, I am proud to also announce that this episode of the Daily Doug is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring and creative classes. But did you know Skillshare has hundreds of career-focused classes as well? The new year is the perfect time to reinvent your goals and yourself. I have been using Skillshare for many months, and I have greatly benefited from their classes. And so as we turn the page to a new calendar year, I am finding myself getting more interested in classes for creators like me, especially this particular class from Ali Abdal on productivity for creators. He's got great information on organizing my workflow and making me more efficient. I've also really gotten into this particular class from Christina Holtzkrantz, and her class is all about creating cultivating your creativity and overcoming your own inner critic. I especially have liked her reference library, and there's reviews and discussions. She's got some resources here for everybody, and then transcripts if you want to dive in more and follow along to exactly what is being said. The thing is, you are not on your own with Skillshare, y'all. Besides your instructor, there is a real sense of community and engagement. Like I said, these transcripts are very helpful, the additional resources that you get, and also the discussion threads from the other folks that are in the classes. It is a beautiful platform, it's easy to navigate, and it's easy to get right into a class and get started learning. And so I invite y'all to jumpstart your 2023 goals now with Skillshare's exclusive offer, and click the link in my description of this video for a 7-day free trial, and they get 20% off your first year. So thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this episode. I am ready to dive in, y'all, to Do You Feel Like We Do. On this recording, we have Peter Frampton on lead vocals and lead guitar. Bob May is on rhythm guitar and keyboards and vocals. Stanley Sheldon is on the bass and vocals. And John Siomos is on the drums. And as I looked into this, the songwriting credits go to the whole band. So let's dive in and see if we feel like Peter in Do You Feel Like We Do, live from Frampton Comes Alive by Peter Frampton. Off we go. All I really remember from this is the talk box effect. I really don't remember anything else. They're in D minor, and that's a consistent chord throughout all of that riff. They modulated it up a third, I believe. Up another third.
Who's fine? What fine? Where the hell did I die? Must have been a dream. I don't believe where I've been.
Don't believe where I've been.
Come on!
Come on, let's do it again.
Let's do it again!
Nice.
Feel like how'd you feel?
That's a D. Up a minor third to F. Down by a fourth to C, down by a fourth to a G, down by a fourth to D. Then right to A for another verse. He drove into a taxi, bent the boot, hit the back, had to play some music, otherwise he'd crack. Do you feel like I do? The name of the song is Do You Feel Like We Do? Right. I believe that's just starting on the 7th. Yeah. Nice. Each phrase in that riff starts on the 7th of the chord, then the 5th, and then the 3rd. And it's just static over that one chord. It's really a nice movement. And of course, Peter is regarded as one of the great guitar players of the last, several decades. There's a 5. That's a D. F. Then C. D. Back to up to A. Cool. Must have been a dream. I do not believe where I have been.
Come on! Let's do it again!
It's a great hook. It's got a major chord, chromatic third, up to flat 3, down by 4th, down by 4th, down by 4th, to right back at D. Or maybe not fully a 4th. Greg, gotta pay attention to when it's a D major and with an F sharp, and when it's just an F natural chord. Better let their keyboard player play. Nice. Sounds like a Fender Rhodes electric piano. I love playing on a Fender Rhodes. It's been years since I have. We've got a lot more time in this tune, y'all. It's less than halfway through. So we're just gonna chill and enjoy ourselves for a while, I do believe. And his vocals are I think, underrated. You know, I think guitar when I think Peter Frampton, but his vocals are quite good in this as well.
That's true. Do you feel like we do? Get
It's a great progression. And it's one of the longest songs in terms of duration to ever chart on the Billboard charts. And the version that they put on the radio is even cut down from this. They must be doing something on stage. The crowd is reacting to stuff that we can't hear, or sorry, stuff that we can't see. Oh, there's the talk box. And as I understand it, he's changing the shape of his mouth to change the way that the sound has personality, right? To give it different color. You feel... And the crowd back in the, in the mid-70s are like, magic! That's awesome! I'm kind of like that too. I want to thank you. You're welcome, Peter. Like combines guitar playing with scat singing. Nice major third. And then the F sharp goes down to F. Then back to F sharp. Nice. Impeccably paced. This is fun. What a unique solo. I think I do, Peter. I don't have too much to say because I really don't remember much of this. And it's given my ear a tickle. It's such a unique sound and a unique approach to an extended breakdown of a guitar solo. Because they're still right in the groove. It's just been kind of simmering for a while. I wonder if they're gonna, increase the intensity before we finish. Or just write it out. Little leading tone to the floor. Get on with yourself, Peter. Gives us an amen cadence at the end. Classic. Absolutely classic tune. I can't believe that I've never really heard that until now. All the way through. I get it. Makes sense why that was the #1 selling album of that year and has gone on to just sell millions and millions of copies. Awesome. Peter, I think you were alive at that concert. Wonderful. So, as to what the song is actually about, I read some conflicting accounts as to what it was actually about. Is he talking about doing drugs? Is he talking about a hangover? Is he talking about a relationship? I found people saying it's about this, it's about this, it's about this, and the fact that there's so many different opinions means I don't think that we really know exactly what it's about. But I don't know if we need specifics to drill down on what I think is the main point here. Our protagonist is seeking validation from those around him. That's what I am hearing from this. Are y'all experiencing what I'm experiencing? Is my experience like yours? Am I outside of normal behavior? I mean, you're checking yourself to make sure that, the experience that I'm going through as a human is on a similar level with what other people think, because I don't want to be the odd person out and be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's saying, I have experienced these things. I have had bad days. I have overindulged. I maybe got into a fender bender, right? He says he drove into a taxi. Bent the boot. I believe that means the trunk. right? So you got into a fender bender. You had a dream that you wished was real when you woke up. Haven't y'all experienced these things like I have? I think that's really what he's talking about. He's searching for meaning through shared human experiences. And it makes for a great, great classic rock tune. Do you feel like we do? Peter, after that, if you are feeling refreshed and ready to go and enthralled and validated, then I do feel like you do. And I think I'm going to listen to the rest of that. I should grab that album. Because that would be a really fun one to go through, because that band played very, very well together. The groove just fit. So I had a great time on this Masterpiece Friday, the very first one of 2023. Thanks to Skillshare for sponsoring this episode. And if you would like to learn more about Skillshare, make sure you click that link in the description box. But for the music, that is all for today and this week. Thanks y'all for hanging out with me for Do You Feel Like We Do from Peter Frampton. Thanks y'all. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.